Hello students, this is Usha from GK Jain High Secondary School, Raipuram. Today we are come to the end of the session. We are going to see the electromagnetic oscillations of LC oscillator is compared with the mechanical oscillations of a spring mass system. Electromagnetic induction on alternating current part 8. Oscillation in LC circuit. Energy conversion during LC oscillations. So in inductor, the energy is stored in the form of magnetic field, while in capacitor it is stored as the electric field. Whenever its energy is given to a circuit, the energy oscillates back and forth between the magnetic field of the inductor and the electric field of the capacitor. Thus, the electrical oscillation of definite frequency or generator. These oscillations are called LC oscillations. Next, we are going to see generation of LC oscillations. Let us assume that the capacitor is fully charged with the maximum charge Qm at the initial stage. So the energy stored in the capacitor is maximum and it is given by UE is equal to Qm square divided by 2C. As there is no current in the inductor, the energy stored in it is 0. That is UB is equal to 0. Therefore, the total energy is wholly electrical. The capacitor is now beginning to discharge to the inductor a current I in clockwise direction. The current produces a magnetic field around the inductor and the energy stored in the inductor is given by UB is equal to L I square divided by 2. As the charge in the capacitor decreases, the energy stored in it also decreases and it is given by UE is equal to Q square by 2C. Thus, there is a transfer of some part of energy from the capacitor to the inductor. So, the total energy is the sum of the electrical and the magnetic energies. When the charge in the capacitor are exhausted, its energy becomes 0. That is, UE is equal to 0. The energy is fully transferred to the magnetic field of the inductor and the energy is maximum. This energy is UB is equal to L Im square divided by 2, where Im is the maximum current flowing in the circuit. So the total energy is wholly magnetic. Even though the charge in the capacitor is 0, the current will continue to flow in the same direction because the inductor will not allow it to stop immediately. The current is made to flow with a decreasing magnitude by collapsing the magnetic field of the inductor. Now the capacitor begins to charge in the opposite direction due to the result happen in the inductor. So a part of the energy is transferred from the inductor back to the capacitor. The total energy is the sum of the electrical and the magnetic energy. When the current in the circuit reduces to 0, the capacitor becomes fully charged in the opposite direction. The energy stored in the capacitor becomes maximum. Since the current is 0, the energy stored in the inductor is 0. The total energy is wholly electric. The state of the circuit is similar to the initial state, but the difference is that the capacitor is charged in opposite direction. The capacitor then starts to discharge through the inductor with anti-clockwise current. The total energy is the sum of the electrical and magnetic energies. So, as we explained, the process are repeated in opposite direction. Finally, the circuit returns back to the original state. Thus, when the circuit goes to these stages, an alternating current flows in the circuit. As this process is repeated again and again, the electrical oscillator of definite frequency or generator, they are known as LC oscillation. In the ideal LC circuit, there is no loss of energy. Therefore, the oscillation will continue indefinitely. Such oscillations are called undamped oscillation. Next, we will go into the next topic, conservation of energy in LC oscillation. During LC oscillation in LC circuit, the energy of the system oscillates between the electric field of the capacitor and the magnetic field of the inductor. Although these two forms of energy vary with the time, the total energy remains constant. It means that LC oscillation takes place in accordance with the law of conservation of energy. So the total energy is given by the formula U is equal to UE plus UB, which is equal to Q square by 2C plus half L I square. So now we have three cases where the total energy of system can be calculated. Case 1. When the charge in the capacitor Q is equal to Qm and the current through the inductor I is equal to 0, then the total energy is given by U is equal to Qm square by 2C plus 0. So you'll get Qm square by 2C. The whole energy is going to be electrical. Case 2. When the charge equal to 0, the current is equal to Im, the total energy is U is equal to 0 plus half L Im square, which is equal to half L Im square. Since Im is equal to Qm omega, we have learned already that omega is equal to 1 by square root of Lc. Substituting, you will get Im is equal to Qm divided by root of Lc. Substitute the value in Im. So you will get L by 2 into Qm square divided by Lc. So we will get L and L will get cancelled. So you will get Qm square by 2C. The total energy is wholly magnetic. Case 3. When charge is equal to Q, current is equal to I, then total energy is given as U is equal to Q square by 2C plus half Li square. Since Q is equal to Qm cos omega t, I is equal to dQ by dt. When you differentiate, you will get Qm omega sin omega t with a negative sign. So the negative sign shows that the current indicates that the charge in the capacitor decreases with time. So U is equal to Qm square cos square omega t divided by 2C plus L omega square Qm square sin square omega t divided by 2, substituting the values. So we'll get omega square is equal to 1 by Lc. Substituting the value, we'll get Qm square cos square omega t divided by 2C plus L Qm square sin square omega t divided by 2Lc. Cancelling L on both the sides. Now the common terms will take it outside. Qm square divided by 2C into cos square omega t plus sin square omega t. The value is 1. So we'll get U is equal to Qm square divided by 2C. So it is clear that the total energy of system remain constant. Next is analogous between LC oscillation and simple harmonic oscillation. In this we are going to see two things. One is qualitative treatment, another one is quantitative treatment. First we'll see about the qualitative treatment. The electromagnetic oscillation of LC system can be compared with the mechanical oscillation of a spring. There are two forms of energy formed in the LC oscillator. One is electrical energy of the charged capacitor. The other is magnetic energy of the inductor carrying current. In the same way, the mechanical energy of the spring mass system consists in two forms. One is potential energy of the compressed or extended spring and the kinetic energy of the mass. So by comparing those two, the angular frequency of oscillation of the spring mass is given by omega is equal to square root of K by M. So in the same way, the angular frequency of the LC oscillation can be written as omega is equal to 1 by square root of LC. This is called as your quantitative studies that is given in the tabular column. Now we'll go to the next one, quantitative treatment. The mechanical energy of the spring mass system is given by E is equal to half mv square plus half k x square. Right? So the energy E remain constant for varying value of x and v. Differentiating E with respect to time, we get dE by dt, which is equal to half m into 2v into dv by dt plus half k into 2x into dx by dt equal to 0. So we can write that dx by dt is equal to v and dv by dt is equal to d square x by dt square. Using this value, the above equation can be written as m into d square x by dt square plus kx is equal to 0. So this is the differential equation of the oscillation of the spring mass system. So this can be taken in the form as x of t is equal to xm cos omega t plus phi, where xm is the maximum value of the x of t and omega is the angular frequency and phi is the phase constant. In the same way, we are able to derive for the electromagnetic energy of the LC system is given by U is equal to half Li square plus half into 1 by C into Q square, which is equal to constant. Differentiating U with respect to time, we get du by dt is equal to half L into 2I into di by dt plus 1 by 2C into 2Q into dQ by dt is equal to 0. So now we have to substitute here I is equal to dQ by dt and di by dt is equal to d square Q by dt square. So the above equation becomes L into d square Q by dt square plus Q by C is equal to 0. So the general solution of the equation is in the form Q of t is equal to Qm cos omega t plus phi. Qm is the maximum value of Q of t and omega is the angular frequency and phi is the phase constant. So next we'll go to the next topic, current in the LC circuit. The current flowing in the LC circuit is obtained by differentiating Q of t with respect to time. So I of t is equal to dQ by dt. Substituting for Q, you will get d by dt of Qm cos omega t plus phi. So which will be equal to minus Qm omega sin omega t plus phi. So I of t can be written as minus Im sin omega t plus phi because Im can take the value which is equal to Qm omega. This equation shows that the current varies as a function of time. It is sinusoidal varying alternating current with angular frequency omega. Next is angular frequency of LC oscillations. By differentiating equation twice, we will get d square Q by dt square is equal to minus Qm omega square cos omega t plus phi. So substituting the values, we will get L into minus Qm omega square cos omega t plus 5 plus 1 by C Qm cos omega t plus 5 equal to 0. Rearranging the terms, so the angular frequency of LC oscillation is given by omega is equal to 1 by root of LC. This equation is the same as the obtained from the qualitative analogy. Oscillations of electrical and magnetical energy. The electrical energy of LC oscillator is given by UE is equal to Q square by 2C. Substituting for Q, you will get Qm square cos square omega t plus phi divided by 2C. The magnetic energy is UB equal to half Li square. So substituting for I, we will get it as Qm square sin square omega t plus phi divided by 2C. If two energies are plotted in the graph, we will get a graph which is shown here. So it is noted that at any instant UE plus UB is equal to Qm square divided by 2C, which is equal to constant. The maximum value of UE and UB are both will be equal to Qm square divided by 2C. When UE is maximum, UB is 0 and vice versa. Hi students, you all have learned about the electromagnetic induction and alternating current. We'll meet you in the next video with a new concept. Thank you.